Hello and welcome to You Can't Prove That.
You can't prove that!
Yes, I can. It's episode 4.
It is spring break. Hallelujah.
Yeah, it's...
Hallelujah!
We are taking time out of our spring breaks to give you this podcast. You're welcome.
Yeah, which means we literally walked next door and just started recording.
Well, we would have if the microphone had worked.
Yeah, exactly. That
Stupid computer.
The computer had this stupid update it had to install. It was annoying.
It took like 20 minutes.
It's not right. It's not right. And we only have like 40 minutes to record this now.
Well, it's 1 minute done.
Yeah,
39 left to go.
Exactly. So, I have some topics that we're going to talk about. And, who is this? Who asked me this? I can't remember. It might have been Carissa, who's in here. What are you afraid of? You asked me this in class, I think, at one point. And it made me think about it. I was like, what are you afraid of? Not just, like, bugs. Not like, the material thing. Like, existentially. What terrifies you?
Someone in my family dying.
Yeah, that's exactly the same. That's what I was thinking. It's like, that scares the crap out of me. I know that'll, like...
Less me dying and more my family dying.
Oh, totally. I know when that happens, it will screw me up. Like,
oh, yeah.
It won't end
I'll
well.
read a book about someone's mom dying and just start crying.
See, to give you an idea of what an emotional wreck I am, I watched The Bridge to Terabithia, and when... Spoilers... That happened. I'm not going to say it. I'm just going to say that happened, because everyone knows who's read the book. That happened. I went downstairs and just started bawling my eyes out. That was so sad. It was so stinking sad. Such a great book. It's a really good book. I watched the movie first. The movie very accurate to the book. Go watch it.
Unlike Ender's Game, which was terrible.
See, I started reading the book and was kind of like...
You need to read that book. You need to read that book.
I got through most of it, and then I kind of gave up. But yeah.
There's, like... Half of the story is not really spoilers for Ender's Game, but Ender going insane.
Oh, okay.
Is kind of half the story.
Sure.
And then there's a whole separate plot line of how... Of stuff that they just entirely leave out.
Well, I mean,
they leave out all potential for the sequel, and it's just... Oh, it's terrible.
See, my favorite part that wasn't in the movie, that I was told about, was... Peter and Valentine taking over the world.
Oh, yeah.
Where they, like, blackmail all the politicians.
They don't blackmail anyone. They just write well.
Okay, that's what I heard. Someone told me, it's like, they blackmail everyone and just take over the world that way.
They don't blackmail anyone. They just write on the nets. And then they get noticed, and then... Because they're just that smart.
That's fantastic.
Yeah.
Ugh.
Them as, like...
The Ender Quartet.
Younger than teenagers are smarter than the smartest professors in the world.
Yeah, oldest cliche. But, so, real quick, on a side note, we were talking about this before the podcast, they did an honest trailer for the second Divergent movie recently, and they had this entire section where, see, in the first one, they, like, said, wait a minute, didn't we do this already? This is Hunger Games, right? It's like, no, it's a different movie, John. It's like, seriously? Okay. And he just keeps going. And at the end of the second one, it's like, spoilers for the second Divergent, I guess, where... he says, where they discover they're actually being controlled by an outside society, and he says, wait guys, hold on a second. We've done this already, right? This is Maze Runner. No, it's a different franchise, John. Are you sure? I feel like all these franchises are copying each other. Yeah, pretty much. Okay. And then he keeps going. It's fantastic.
That's funny.
Yeah. Maze Runner, you literally could just climb up the wall.
Not in the book. The book's better.
Yeah, see, that's what I've heard, is the book is totally way better.
The book actually has a scene where it deals with all of that stuff.
Yeah. See, that's like the CinemaSins when they talk about why what you call it.
I don't know what that was.
Yeah, that was
it
very
strange.
Where, like, in Harry Potter, when they say, it's like, why do they sometimes have to say the spell, and why do they sometimes just move their arms and stuff? Whereas in the book, they have an entire chapter talking about, this is what you do, you think about it in this way, and that's how you do the magic. So... Whereas in the movie, they never explain that. Or how in literally one line, you could explain why the Eagles aren't always coming in to help everyone. That's all you have to do is say, they're a proud race. They're proud.
Yeah, and then boom.
Literally all you have to say. Is it that hard? Is it that hard?
Yeah.
Anyway. That's just, seriously. Just say that. Just say this, movies. This is like huge plot holes.
Movies are never as good as their books.
Speaking of movies, segue. The, Ghostbusters 3, I guess you could call it, trailer got released. And it's not funny. It is not funny.
I haven't seen it.
Terrible. Like,
as per usual.
So have you seen the first Ghostbusters? You seen that?
I've seen the first
So
one.
the scene where they're in the library and there's like it's a type 3 apparition or whatever he says. It's that scene, but all the ghosts are CGI blue, and she's like gonna approach the thing, and the ghost throws up on her. Basically, it's like,
Ha 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 ha! No.
oh, it's funny because she cute. No, it's not. No, it's really, really not.
It's not gonna be good.
And they had this woman who's like the stereotypical black lady character. It's like, really, you could have come up with... I mean, there was like one scene, I don't even remember what it was, where I was like, oh, that's pretty funny. You know, I actually laughed at that part, but I don't even remember it because it was that bad. So what I wanted to talk about based on this is franchises that we love getting reboots. Like Indiana Jones 4, which was... It was just not very good. It was
Not
okay.
really.
It was... But I just want to talk about that, like, franchises that we love getting rebooted and how we feel about it.
Yeah. It's annoying when they reboot the franchise. Like this is more in video games, but like the new Tomb Raider.
Yeah,
Well,
the
they
new
just call
Tomb
it
Raider was
Tomb
good.
Raider.
The new Tomb Raider was good.
Like the 2013 one. But
Yes,
when they just
but that
name
was
it
good.
the name of the first game,
Yeah, they didn't even change the name. They just said Tomb Raider. It's like there are literally three games
that's
now named Tomb Raider.
kind of odd and annoying.
And confusing to everyone.
Yeah.
We have lots of people in here. Can I just say, we have a great audience this morning.
Woo!
This afternoon. I don't know.
Yeah.
Whatever.
Completely silent audience
Yeah,
too.
completely
apparently.
silent, which is amazing. It is a minor miracle that all you people are quiet. Good job.
There is no evidence that they exist.
Yeah.
In the audio.
Ghost people. We aren't actually that popular. We're in a small square room.
It's not a square. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Pentagon.
Geometry. I haven't taken that.
I took it last year.
Yeah, I would have, but I didn't go here.
Boom.
Same.
Yeah. See? She knows what's up.
See, now we have evidence of at least one person.
Yeah,
being
there's at
here.
least one female sitting in the room.
There's another female.
Yeah, look! Oh my god!
There's at least two, alright?
I do not have internet connection. Can I borrow your computer? I want to look up a real quick
Fine.
picture. It's your job to talk right now.
Oh, okay. I don't know what to talk about.
I don't know. Interact with the audience. Daniel has a topic. Just say your
I
topic,
have a
Daniel.
topic.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, Jeannie has a topic. Everyone
Okay.
has a topic. How many topics?
Beyonce.
Beyonce. We need to talk about
Beyonce. Straight up Beyonce.
Yep.
Put on some clothes.
Ouch! Burn! Crash! Flame!
Okay, so on a more interesting
no.
note,
Ouch! Again.
Someone was raising their hand. I thought they were going for a high
Yeah.
five, and it just turned up awkwardly.
So yeah.
more interesting
Alright.
note,
No.
Walmart.
Okay.
After that giant crash.
Okay, restart that, because you may or may not have heard that at all.
On a more interesting note, Walmart has stopped playing Celine Dion and Justin Bieber music because apparently it decreased employee morale.
I love that so much.
It's so true.
It is the best. It is the
They've
best.
had to-
I just...
they've had-
Alright,
they've
anyway.
had to release a public statement apologizing to all their employees.
You may want to raise your voice a little bit because you aren't that close to the microphone. But I mean, I can hear you fine. But so real quick, I wanted to show the picture of this because I was watching some videos by Thoughty2, who's a British person who does
Oh my.
lots of videos on YouTube, does a lot of scientific stuff, and he was looking at his top 10 weird things in space, and it's this combination of these pillar nebulas, and it's called the Red Square Nebula because it's the most geometrically perfect thing in space. So real quick, look at a picture of this. Just search the Red Square Nebula. It's the first thing that comes up. It's really cool. It looks like a freaking square. It's insane. I just thought that was really freaking cool.
Wow.
I mean, they got a lot. Look up Thoughty2. He's great stuff. He had this one video on 10 weird planets you won't believe exist, and one of them
Goodness.
it's like, yeah, it's BuzzFeed basically. No. Number 8 will surprise you. No. But
Those are so dumb.
they're so dumb. I hate those ads so much.
But they work.
Yeah, they do. I never click on them. I clicked on one once a long time ago.
Mm-hmm.
I don't even remember what it was. But one of the planets has like so much. I looked this up after we talked. There's so much silicon in the atmosphere. It literally rains glass, like solid chunks of glass with
Oh.
10,000 mile an hour winds. Yes, Daniel.
Speaking about that, there is actually a sun where there's so much. Thank you. It's here. Okay. There's so much pressure on the core of that sun that it's literally diamond. Apparently.
Don't hit me, you little chirp.
That sound was me hitting Ethan with the microphone, by the way.
Yep.
Also,
Because why not?
Maturity, everyone.
one other thing. I'm just apologizing for all the squeaking going on in the background. We're sitting in a room with lots of rocking chairs that are very badly oiled.
You were no.
Robert
is too.
With rocking chairs that are very badly oiled.
Yeah, he's being respectful, Daniel. Gosh. Also, I would like to say that our microphone is currently on top of a trash can. So, trash talk. That replacing car talk on NPR. Good job. We're trying to high five and it's failing miserably. Whatever. I don't care.
We got one, and that's good enough.
Yeah, that's good enough. Good
Okay.
enough for government work, as they say. Okay, so we have some topics written down on this little piece of paper here. So what do we got?
What is your most anticipated movie of this year?
Oh, that is a very good question. That's from Josh. Yes.
From Josh,
Um.
who's not in the room anymore.
He's
Yeah.
not with us anymore.
Yes.
Oh.
We're sorry.
Moment of silence.
Oh, ouch! That was his sister too. That's even worse.
Oh, no, he's back.
And he's back. He's back from the dead. Oh my gosh. Oh god.
How could this be?
How could this? What is this? What is this witchcraft? Or to quote the terribly delivered line from the first Harry Potter movie, "What is this magic?" Oh gosh, that line's terrible. So, most anticipated movie of the year. What is it? Currently for me, hopefully, I want to be excited for Batman v Superman. I want to be.
My expectations are just low for that.
I know.
It could be great, but it's not going to be.
I want it to be so good. And here's the thing: is that the I was hearing this interview with this guy who had seen it, and this person says, "Yeah, I saw the trailer. I felt like it just gave away all the plot points." And the guy who'd seen it said, "Not all of them, just most of them." So, yeah, if you see the trailer, you've only almost seen everything. Anyway,
Okay.
so what is your most anticipated movie? You didn't
What's
say.
coming out this year?
That is a very good question. Civil War, of course.
Civil War.
Oh
Yeah.
my gosh, that movie looks so awesome.
Yeah, Marvel movies are generally quite good, so...
They're never bad,
I'll
except
say
for Iron Man 2,
Civil War.
comparatively.
Yeah.
Civil War. Did you see the most recent trailer for that? They're releasing a trailer today, actually.
I told you I'm avoiding trailers.
Yeah, he never watches trailers. Doctor Strange. That's the one that
Doctor Strange
that
gonna be awesome.
I completely forgot about Doctor Strange, but
That's
oh my
gonna be
gosh,
awesome.
do I want to see that movie. Oh my
got
gosh.
Benedict Cumberbatch.
Benedict freaking
And it's a
Cumberbatch.
Marvel
Oh
movie.
my gosh.
It's going to be amazing.
It's going to be the best thing ever created by humankind. Did you see the honest trailer for Half-Life 3?
No.
Oh my gosh. They did this whole video where it's like, since Half-Life 3 is clearly the pinnacle of human achievement. You know, it's like basically saying it's so amazing. Like, even though we loved it when Batman showed up, he clearly was only there to be a love interest for the Vortigaunts. Which, if you don't know what Vortigaunts are, they're weird cycloptic creatures with like 3 arms.
With one coming out of the chest.
With
like
one
this.
coming out of their chest. And sort of telekinetic psychic abilities with
Yeah.
bioenergy. That game is awesome. Everyone go play Half-Life 2 right now. It's always on sale for like $2.
Yeah, and Half-Life 1. I haven't finished Half-Life 1.
Yeah, you don't need to finish Half-Life 1. You need to finish Half-Life 2. And I'm going to quote the intro again because I can. He just muted the microphone, the little
I was
jerk.
trying to spare you all.
You know what? I've done it already. If you haven't heard that, it's on episode 1, 2.
That's in the very beginning of the game.
Well, no,
The
just
Half-Life.
literally just look up that intro because it's probably the creepiest intro to anything.
Yeah.
I think it has it sets the tone so well. It immerses you in that world. The second his eye appears on screen, you're like, oh crap, that's going down.
Yeah.
And there's
It's good.
oh, X-Men Apocalypse. That's another good point. No. I saw the trailer for that. It's like, the Bible got it from him. It's like, oh, okay. Really?
Yeah.
Do we have to?
Assassin's Creed already did that.
Assassin's Creed literally did that 10 years ago. Well, no.
Yeah.
Age of Apocalypse.
If you notice, they say that our game is made by a multicultural team with
Various religious faiths and beliefs.
my theory is this because they said that Christianity was false because it's just the pieces of Eden.
Yeah, it's like, there is no God, it's these little weird glowy things with gold stuff.
That's my theory about why they have that at the very beginning.
It's your theory. Your game theory. Thanks for watching.
Okay, and it's over.
What happened? What did you do?
You said thanks for watching.
Dang it. Okay. What's the next topic? Well, Doctor Strange.
Why is Marvel better than DC? You must argue for Marvel.
Nope, not happening. Next topic.
Okay. Why do you hate...
Because DC's better. No, here's the thing. I want to clarify this. DC Comics... Yes, I'm wearing a Marvel shirt. DC Comics has better characters. I think its world is created very well. We have another person coming in. It's very nice.
No, they're leaving.
They're leaving? Oh,
Bye.
I can't tell because Rebecca's coming in. Someone else is leaving. So it's whatever. Whatever. I'm looking at him half the time. I don't know who's who and who's where.
I'm to your left.
Yeah, no, you're to my right.
No, I'm to your left.
I'm to your right.
Ah! No, okay. Okay, so DC Comics. Its characters I think are more interesting. Now here's the thing: is that Marvel movies? I love all the Marvel movies. I always look forward to them.
Yeah.
I always enjoy them. It's just I think that DC's world is just richer. It has that weirdness to it. That's kind of why I like it more than Marvel. It's not because Marvel's bad. It's just because I like the strangeness. Like you have the Polka Dot Man, who's like the weirdest character ever created. Oh, and I just have to say, if this person is still alive, because you might not be, because it was written in the 50s or something. Maybe you're dead or something. But Condiment Man, really? He has a gun that shoots ketchup and mustard? Did you have no better ideas at all? Condiment Man. Condiment Man. He is in Lego Batman 3 as a
Does
playable
he
character.
have salt and pepper?
No.
Then he's terrible.
Yep, he's the worst character ever created. Okay, another thing.
100% awful.
Batman in a rainbow suit? Seriously? That's a bad decision. The 50s were a series of very bad decisions for DC Comics. I think we can all admit that. Just look up Batman rainbow suit. It's like, it's the weirdest thing ever. I don't know why they did that. It's really weird. Daniel,
Stop reacting to what we were saying. That is illegal according to the Fine Brothers.
Shut up! Shut up! That is the worst. That is the worst. See, did you see the most recent Game Theory? Because he did like a film theory. Because he said react. There's a picture of react, and it has the question. Yeah, it's a thing. It's a real thing. Show them the pictures. Read it and weep.
You can taste them.
Holy rainbow, Batman!
Okay. Now,
Wait, I'm into that question.
Jared Leto or Heath Ledger?
Heath Ledger.
Yeah. Well, here's the thing: is that I don't think we can judge that because Jared Leto hasn't
Oh
come
my
out yet.
gosh, that's amazing.
Just know, not all Batmans are created equal.
This is the dang truth. Now, this is a little side note. Because, do you mind if I tell them what you're going as for the trivia thing? Okay, so there's a trivia night coming later, and it's a comic book theme. This isn't for us. This is for the school that we go to. And Josh is going as the Joker. Now, what I wanted to talk about is help him tune his voice, because I think his voice. I want to hear your current Joker voice. Just come over to the microphone. Just give him your current Joker voice. Like, what are you gonna do? What are you gonna do?
I've been practicing for a day, and I don't even have water right now. So,
Just go for it.
why so serious?
That was one of your worst ones.
Yeah. Okay.
I understand that.
Don't go so close to the mic.
Yeah, don't get so. You don't have to get so close. Yeah.
Can I get a drink?
Go ahead. Go get a drink. Go get a drink.
Josh, you don't need to make
Why
him deaf.
so
You're not
serious?
making him deaf.
So we'll come back to that once he gets back,
wasn't
back
that
into the
bad.
room. But here's the thing: is that Jared Leto, his laugh is terrifying. That laugh, ha 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 ha, whatever it is, I can't do it. But because laughs are impossible to do. But really, really,
Everyone in the audience held back.
that's it. That's what you got for me.
You said laughs are impossible, so I laughed. I proved you wrong.
You can't prove that.
No, it's in the audio.
Yeah, you know what? Shut up.
No, this is a podcast.
Okay, so here's the thing: Jared Leto, does he even laugh in that movie? I don't even remember. Does he?
I don't think so.
Yeah, I don't think he does. But here's the thing: for those who don't know, Jared Leto wasn't doing an original voice. He was actually impersonating Tom Waits, who is this musician.
Heath Ledger?
Heath Ledger was impersonating this guy named Tom Waits. Who is this musician? Who? I can't. Hold on. Turn my voice out a little bit. He talks like this, and his voice is very low back in his throat, and talks like this all the time, and he's constantly leaning forward and backward, and he's smoking a cigarette the entire time he's doing this interview. But he was doing that voice the whole time. Mm-hmm. But Jared Leto is very much doing his own things, like, oh, I'm not gonna hurt you. Oh, I'm not gonna kill you. I'm just gonna hurt you. Really, really bad. And it's like, oh, okay, so, okay, never mind. Let's see, okay, there's, Daniel's showing his picture. Did you know there is a neurological disorder, not even gonna try to pronounce, Witzelschut, something like that?
Shoot.
Which causes a tendency to make puns, tell inappropriate jokes, or pointless stories in socially inappropriate situations. Nicknamed the Joker disease.
That's amazing.
That's
I approve of that.
Yeah.
But Heath Ledger, even without the voice, just his acting.
Oh, his
is amazing.
Like when he's like you mentioned earlier, like he's licking his lips all the time. his tone, his posture
Yeah.
is just very unnatural and weird.
Uh-huh.
The funny thing
It's
is
just
that Tom Waits,
creepy.
Tom Waits does that. He's like leaning forward and back the whole time, like he's a freaking chicken or something.
Like, he never stands still. He's always just like, it's
yeah, he's like,
it's just amazing.
you want to know where I got these scars? You know, he's
Yeah.
very physical character, very weird. And then
Like when he shows up in front, it's kind of
ball.
supposed for Dark Knight, but when he shows up for
spoilers
when-
for the Dark Knight,
which you should have seen by now. If you haven't seen it, go watch it. It's amazing. When he shows up with Two-Face at the hospital, and
yeah,
and he starts talking. Like that's
yeah,
that
and the
scene where
nurses-
he's just kind of like shuffling, has the gun at his forehead, puts it there. He's like licking his lips. It's just terrifying.
Oh man, that dude's weird. I mean, have you seen Mark Hamill do Joker? Like physically seen him do Joker?
I haven't seen him physically do Joker, but
The scene in what you call it the scene I can't think right now. What was I saying? I don't even remember what I was saying. What was I saying? Tell me, Ben, right now.
are you talking about Mark Hamill,
So,
who's in a lot of things?
he's in a regular show. Did you know he's in a regular show?
Really?
Yeah, he's in a regular show.
He was in Avatar: The Last Airbender as Fire Lord Ozai,
Yeah, so he was in regular
which I
show.
did not know until recently.
And so Mark Hamill, Kevin Conroy, who played Batman in Batman Animated Series, tells this story where he's like, yeah, everyone else would sit down while they were doing the recordings, but Mark Hamill would stand up because he gets into it. He contracts his face and like, everyone's leaving, goodbye, sorry. Daniel's still here. Yeah, you don't count, no. What? Okay, hold on a second, guys. We're muting the microphone. Josh wants to tell us something. Just
Okay,
like,
we're
all right,
back.
we're back.
I'll cut that part out.
Yeah, just cut the
Probably,
part out.
maybe.
All right, 3, 2, 1, and we're back. Okay,
But I'm looking at it. He was in Ben 10 Omniverse.
that doesn't surprise me. Sure. See, here's the thing: is
Yeah,
like,
he was in a bunch of them.
hold on a second. Let me get on the internet real quick.
Maltruant.
See, here's the thing: is have you ever heard of Tress McNeil?
No.
She does Dot on Animaniacs. Have you ever seen Animaniacs? Oh my gosh! If you have not seen Animaniacs, watch it! Oh my gosh! What is wrong with you people? Oh my gosh! Daniel just
Don't
dropped
drop
his
the
iPad.
iPad.
Oh my gosh! Watch Animaniacs. Watch Pinky and the Brain. Here, let me give you an example of the humor from this show. I'll give you 2 examples. So, I'll give you an example from Pinky and the Brain, because you need to watch Pinky and the Brain.
I've seen that.
So, you've seen Pinky and the Brain?
Yeah.
Okay, so, my favorite line. Be a man, Pinky! Be a man like Eleanor Roosevelt! And then, the line. Pinky, are you pondering what I'm pondering? I think so, Brain, but if they called them sad meals, no one will buy them. You know, it's like, it's so good. That show's fantastic. Go watch it. Oh my gosh, watch that show.
He was in Avatar: The Last Airbender as Fire Lord Ozai.
So,
He was in Codename Kids Next Door.
that doesn't surprise me either. Voice actors are in everything. It's weird.
He was in SpongeBob.
Doesn't surprise me
Oh
either.
my gosh.
He was in Simpsons as himself.
Oh man, I did not know that.
Yeah. He was like, he got onto the show, and he asked, like, can I play one other character other than myself? Because he finds himself to be a very boring character. He actually says that in the interview where he's talking about it.
Huh.
So he got to play a drill sergeant. So remember, like, maybe in the first episode, metaphorically speaking, I say, "You are the worst bunch of recruits I have ever seen." That's the line that he does in the show. So that's the reference there. So
So he was in The Flash.
yeah,
as
yeah,
as James
Tricks-
Jesse.
Tricks.
I'm like,
Trickster.
I know that guy. I recognize him from somewhere. Like, oh, it's Mark Hamill.
You didn't recognize immediately Mark Hamill. What is wrong with you?
Well, I hadn't
evil monster.
seen Mark Hamill.
So can I
I
borrow
hadn't
that
seen
real
his face since Bye.
Bye. We have the last person leaving.
I'd heard his voice. And
So-
I recognized him as like the Joker from Batman. But I hadn't seen him in the picture other than Star Wars. I knew he was in a lot of stuff.
Trying to find Tress McNeil. Oh, dang it. IMDb. Tress McNeil. Dang it. Where is it? Where is she? Okay,
That's
never
Michael.
mind.
You're searching Trust
Yeah.
Michael.
Okay. Yeah. That's because of Google autocorrect. Okay. I'll
Yeah.
just search. And
So now we've lost our entire audience. So now it's just the two of us, which means bad
Animani, totally insane. Animaniacs. Those are the facts. That's the intro. So,
Okay.
where's Tress McNeil? Rob Paulson is, of course, in there. And if you don't know Rob Paulson's podcast, Talking Tunes, look at it. It gets progressively more inappropriate as you go through the episodes.
Okay. But it's already 4:14. We have to end in like 5-10 minutes.
Yeah, we do. So
This
here's
is gonna be a short one, guys.
Yeah, it is, unfortunately. So she is in So here I'll scroll down to the bottom and I'll read up. So she
Don't read all of them. Just read the highlights.
I'll read the Scooby Doo and Scrappy Doo. She was additional voices in that.
Okay.
Who
is this person?
This is Tress McNeil. She plays Dot.
Okay.
She, and to quote
I'm
Rob Paul,
vaguely aware of Maniacs, but I've never like actually watched much of it.
so to quote Rob Paulson, if you look at her IMDb, it's like the Manhattan phone book. Flintstones Kids, My Little Pony. She was in
You
one
need
of
to watch
those.
The Godfather.
She was in Spaceballs. What? Seriously? I did not know that.
Uncredited,
Uncredited? No, as Dink. Who's Dink?
but it says uncredited.
Well, it says uncredited, but that's who she plays. It says.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Interesting.
Never
seen that.
She was in the. You've never seen Spaceballs?
Nope.
Oh my gosh, you need to see Spaceballs. It's fantastically stupid. It's got the. You remember the idiot in Ghostbusters who's like trying to get with what's her name's character, who played.
Oh yeah.
Kind of. Yes. He was like
the guy, like the neighbor to the lady.
Yeah, he's in it. He plays Darth Helmet, aka Darth Vader. It's oh my gosh, it's so good.
Have you seen Flash Gordon?
I have it taped. I haven't seen it yet.
It's so dumb, but it's hilarious.
So she was in Darkwing Duck, which I've heard of. She was in Little Mermaid as additional voice. So Tiny Toon Adventures, obviously. Tom and Jerry Kids Show. Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. She was in that.
Okay.
I was trying to get some Mighty Max. I haven't seen that. I've heard of it. I haven't seen it. Animaniacs, obviously.
I'm very much looking forward to Mark Hamill talking in Star Wars.
Oh my gosh! You need to listen.
Wait, that's kind of spoilers for Star Wars Episode 7.
Sorry.
I'm gonna cut that out.
He's gonna edit out because he said something bad.
Yeah, that's kind
Oh
of spoiler.
man. So she was in one of the Land Before Time movies. She was in the Simpsons Hit and Run game. That's pretty funny. Hey, Daniel, real quick, can you do me a favor and just watch for my mom?
Yes, I can.
Is mom coming?
Or your mom, because I don't know who's picking me up. She was in the Simpsons movie. She was in. Okay. First of all, I have to say I love that this exists. Futurama, Bender's Game.
You really need to read Ender's Game.
I do.
It's so well written.
So she
It's
was
amazing.
in. She was in
I will
Simpsons.
give you the book at some point.
I think I rented it from the library at one point. So where's the thing? She was on tons of Futurama stuff. That's what I heard. I think she's
But
the.
don't watch the movie. It's terrible. Well,
Yeah,
it's-
I did watch the movie. I like the movie.
You watched the Ender's Game movie?
Yeah, because Harrison Ford was in it.
Oh. What? Like
That's the only reason I watch most things.
Okay, I'm talking about the entire story of Ender's Game. So spoilers for the next like 5 minutes.
Gosh, guys.
But
Just here's the thing. Okay, when you edit this, your job is to like split the audio here and say skip to this number, this timestamp, and then that's what they'll do.
I'll see if I can figure that out. Because I figured out how to like mute parts of it. But I haven't
Yeah,
figured out
I noticed
how to
that when I
split
was
it.
listening. Yeah.
Which makes for wonderful things. It's
She was
just
in-
like, and here it comes,
Yeah, exactly.
which is amazing.
exactly. So she was in.
Daniel just came in and waved.
Yeah, they all just came in and waved.
And then you left. Looked like his mom was here.
Yeah. All right. Well,
Oh well.
I think no, because I think my mom's picking me up at 4:30. So.
Okay, mine should be picking him up.
So
So
we
at
should
like
be-
4:20.
All right.
Ha,
So
ha, ha.
she was in. Dang it! I can't find anything. But how about Rob Paulson? I'll read you off Rob Paulson's credits because they're insane. No.
Well, let's start talking about something other than actors, because we've been doing.
Okay,
that
let's
this
talk about
entire
voice
time.
actors because voice actors are amazing.
Mark Hamill.
Mark Hamill, Johnny Bravo. He was in Johnny Bravo. Seriously?
I vaguely remember that show.
Yeah, I never watched it. I've heard of it, but I've never seen it.
The show that I watched as a kid was Ben 10. I just watched.
Oh
it
my
like all the
gosh,
time.
yes.
I would.
Awkward silence.
But when two people both think that the other person's going to talk.
Yep, exactly. So I'm going to
I
interrupt
would-
you anyway.
I'm trying to talk.
You did not get to talk. You do not get to speak right now. Oh my.
I wouldn't record it.
Punch.
What I would do is I would get ready in the morning, start watching it, pause it, and then in the afternoon come back and finish the episode.
They're making a Batman the Killing Joke animated movie.
It's a video.
And he's in it. Well, it's a movie. It's like an animated movie. The straight to DVD, DC movies.
Okay.
Have you seen
I haven't
the monologue from the Killing Joke?
No.
Okay, hold on. Keep talking. Feel free to keep talking, but
Okay.
I want to see this. I want to search this.
Oh, one thing I wanted to talk about,
Mm-hmm.
and I think Daniel has this game as his wallpaper on his iPad, but Assassin's Creed Unity is awful. I hate it
He owns that,
so
yeah.
much. Because my dad has decided we're going to hunt 100% this game. We don't have Xbox Live. So we have to do all the co-op missions solo. Which is actually the better part of the game. The rest of it says, oh, you want to find all the chests on the map? Well, run around for 5,000 hours.
My brother's been trying to do collect all the Helix glitches and everything in Syndicate, and has I think he gave up because he wants to sell it. And I'm kind of leaning towards it. Like, if Dad says we can get Hitman, you can sell that.
Yeah.
So, because I started, I was like, this is actually not bad.
Assassin's Creed Syndicate is so much better, but the controls aren't precise. Like, I want to go in the window. You jump past the window. No, in the window.
Yeah,
jump
yeah.
past the window.
It's annoying. So
It's terrible. I hate it.
yeah,
so much.
it's so stupid. Oh, and one last thing. It's my mom's birthday this week.
Oh,
Yeah, yesterday.
happy birthday,
yesterday-
Mrs. Yunt.
Yeah, it's her birthday yesterday.
I'm gonna edit that out too.
Yeah, just edit that out. Gosh, dude. So,
It's 420.
yeah,
Ha, 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 ha,
420.
ha, ha.
So, to close this out, I'm just gonna read this.
Well, we don't have to finish it.
Why don't you figure we close it out at 420? Figure, why not? We're at a good stopping place.
We've only been going for half an hour. We have so much more to talk about.
Oh yeah, okay. So,
So we'll keep that for like
yeah, this will be-
in like 10 minutes.
that'll be the end because I really want to
Yeah.
read that because I likely won't do it justice, but there's a video on Troy Baker doing it and it's amazing because
Yeah.
of course Troy Baker was in Batman Arkham Origins. He was the only good part of that game.
Really?
You ever played Batman Arkham Origins?
Yeah, I played that, and I really enjoyed it.
I beat it. I finished it. I was like, the world is so. You know, it's so one color, you know, and just neon lights almost kind of intrude. It's like they aren't naturally there, you know. It's just the weirdest thing.
See, right now, I've become more versed in how games should be and like what's a good game.
Yeah.
Like when I played it, I was like, this game is awesome. I love it. But I never got that feeling of like being burnt
Batman.
down on a game. Like after playing Arkham City, then playing Arkham Origins, I never felt like, oh, this is the same thing again. I'm like, this is Batman. I love it.
Yeah.
But now I'm more versed, and so I can like think about the qualities of the game.
Sure.
Which is something interesting.
I mean, the thing is that I forced myself to play Origins. I didn't want to play Origins. I'd heard it was bad, and I was like, I don't want to waste my time with this. But we were selling our Xbox, and we were getting Batman Arkham Knight with the PS4.
Ooh.
So I was like, I need to play this, and we rented it from the library, and I marathoned it in a week and hated every second of it. I'm like, this is terrible. This is just annoying. They have these, like, random detective missions where you're just, you know, solving these unnecessary crimes that are there.
With technology that isn't
that
there in
doesn't
the later
make
series.
Exactly. It's like, well, no, because
Yeah.
it is an Arkham. Like, see, yeah, that's my entire issue with Origins.
It's
That
not in
it
City.
totally destroys the
Origins.
continuity of the franchise.
Arkham.
Because he randomly has all this gear
Yeah.
that he doesn't, for some reason, have in have an Asylum, and that has to upgrade to get because it's only in prototype phase in City. So
Yeah.
I don't get it. It was annoying, and that's the one. Another little detail that I really like about Arkham Knight is the fact that, and the Arkham series in general, is the fact that they have this. Every time you upgrade your skills, you know how in like you'll beat the first game, you have all your skills fully upgraded, you're super powerful. Second game, you randomly restart for no reason, even though your character should be the same continuity wise. But in Batman, you basically do that. You get fully upgraded, and then they kind of, you know, lower it a little bit. And then in the second game, you basically start out in the same place you were in the first one. Only maybe with a couple less gadgets, because he makes a comment in City is like, the belt was too heavy. You know, it's like, that makes sense. Okay, fine. So, that's why Arkham is cool, because it essentially, Batman, you feel Batman getting more powerful as the games go on. That's why you sort of feel yourself becoming Batman. I think that's one of the really cool things about that.
Yeah.
Like, when you get the...
We were going to talk about Ender's Game.
We were?
I wanted to talk about that, but then we didn't.
Yeah.
So I'm good. Finish
Don't
your,
ever play
finish your
Arkham
thing,
Origins.
and then
Yeah.
I'll talk about.
Don't play Origins. I mean, the one thing I want to ask your opinion about this, because I did not. I mean, I love Roger Craig Smith. He's a fun guy. The guy who plays Batman in Origins.
Okay.
He's a funny dude. I've listened to interviews with him. He did this interview with a super small time podcast called Core Elements that I used to listen to. That was a great episode of that. If you can still find that, just search Core Elements. I think it was episode 26 or something with him. And he does the intro. It's like, my name is Ezio Auditore da Firenze, and you are listening to Core Elements. And it's like that's awesome. And then at the end of the episode, he sort of does that, but they extend it. It's like, he's the guy who does Sonic, apparently. It's like,
Really?
this is Sonic, and you're listening to Core Elements. You know, it's like, that's cool. And they have this entire interview with, like, basically how how he got started, how voices work. It was fascinating. I mean, the interviewer. I love you, Wes Wilson, but you cannot interview for the life of you. They have this entire segment where they'll talk to him briefly, and then they'll go into what games they played this week, but they don't start out with the person who they're actually interviewing. They start out with the host, and then the other host, and then the person they're interviewing. It's that's not how you're supposed to do it, buddy. But yeah,
it's just polite to do it the other way.
Exactly. And I mean, it's a good interview. Go listen to it. But yeah, I just did not like his Batman. His Batman felt so Christopher Nolan Batman. It's like, Alfred, I need you to go call this person. It sounded like that. And it's like, that's not what Batman's supposed to sound like. So what was your opinion on his voice?
I don't remember. I only played it once. Well, I played it a bunch for a while and then never played it again. So I have no memory of it.
So
I remember it vaguely, but not really.
To give you the extent of how much I played Arkham Origins, I literally beat the game and did every single side mission to prove that I had experienced everything. I collected every stupid, annoying Riddler trophy. And that was the one thing that I hate about it, is that there is no sense of accomplishment collecting those Riddler trophies. Because in the other games, you have to find them, whereas this is like, you complete this section, and now they're all labeled on your map. Literally all of them are labeled on your map, including the informants that will tell you where the other ones are. Seriously?
Yeah.
Seriously. I feel like, I was like, I'm playing Assassin's Creed Unity, It's like, it was so annoying. I was like, this feels like a collectathon. It isn't.
Thank you so much.
Yeah. Or no, Assassin's Creed 3, because Assassin's Creed 3 annoyed the crap out of me because I literally 99%ed that game. And the only thing I hadn't done was the stupid trade missions where you had to find syrup and crap and stuff like that. I was like, I have to go hunt for this. I'm not doing that. I got to
77% in Assassin's Creed 4, and my save file broke.
Oh, that ain't right. That ain't right, son. That ain't right.
The camera would just break, and I could still move, but not really. And I was like, no!
Oh.
I still love the game. It's an amazing game.
I think that happened to me, but not as terribly.
I think I eventually went back and it worked, but I just never continued 100%.
So I collected all the crap in that game because Assassin's Creed 4 was awesome.
Yeah. Anyway, let's talk about Ender's Game.
I wanted
to
to
talk about Ender's Game now. We're talking about Ender's Game now.
Last side note on 4 before we talk about that is that I really wish there was more climbing in that game. That's my only gripe. Is I want.
Yeah. What I want is a game that has huge cities of 3.
Of Syndicate, because Syndicate City's great. Because you have the train.
But the city, I would just spend time just running around killing people in 3.
Yeah.
Huge,
I would do that too.
Cities.
You would watch the British patrols in front of you go. There would be groups of 2x2 people followed by an officer in the front, and you just stab everyone working your way up the parade, and then no one would notice until the officer who would turn around and go, and you'd stab him in the chest.
Yeah.
You'd be like, crap! I should have noticed this sooner in retrospect, considering all the civilians around me are screaming like crazy.
Yeah.
It's all the civilians are and swearing and stuff. It's like, oh my gosh, what's going on? I am all British. I'm a Boston person. Okay. Anyway, go ahead.
But another thing about Assassin's Creed Unity. When you shoot a civilian in a crowd, maybe half the crowd runs away. The other was like,
I know, right?
That guy died.
That guy just got shot in the face.
Well.
They just watching my brother play Assassin's Creed Syndicate after beating the story and collecting basically everything, while he's running around collecting all the helix glitches and crap, he will randomly shoot people in the head, and half the people will run away, the other are like, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, Fred's dead! And freak out, and after 10 seconds after the gunshot's gone off, they'll be like, crap, he's dead! And then run away. We have to end soon.
Wait, I'm talking about Ender's Game.
Talk about Ender's
Game.
Game.
Stop me.
You have 2 minutes to talk about Ender's Game before I want to
Now skip ahead. This is not listen to that rest. He's the speech. Or maybe a minute from the end.
Okay.
Who cares? But in the movie, they left out half the story is whether or not Ender is insane.
Mm-hmm.
Because in the very beginning, before he goes to the battle school, he kills Stilson.
Yeah, no, I didn't know that.
Yeah. And that's in the movie, but the whole isolation and going insane and what these teachers are doing to him is entirely absent from the movie.
Yeah. Could you pass me your computer real quick? I just didn't want to interrupt you. I wanted to be quiet so I could... Yeah, anyway.
Well, I couldn't hear you.
So, yeah.
But that entire half of it, all the questions that you could discuss from this book, I really want to do this book in literature at some point. I really want to do this book in literature. Is whether or not Ender is a terrible person. Because he killed a person and then went to battle school.
Yeah.
Because you assume he's always not very nice because of what the teachers are doing to him.
And what Peter does to him at home.
Yeah.
That's his name, right? Peter?
Yeah, Peter.
Oh.
It's Peter Valentine and Ender.
Gotcha.
But
not Peter Valentine. Peter, Valentine.
Yeah. And then the whole part about Peter and Valentine taking over the world, which is awesome.
Yeah.
And then after they kind of have it. They don't really in the movie. Ender cannot go back to Earth after the the wars because there's a huge war on Earth, and then Peter is ruler of the entire Earth at that point. He establishes world peace.
Oh, I did hear that. I did hear that.
Peter, the cruelest person in the world, establishes world peace, which is weird.
Okay.
But then I'm not done.
Okay, we have 1 minute.
But then he goes and governs a planet, and then finds this one in the movie where he finds the Hive Queen.
Mm-hmm.
But
I'm
then,
assuming that doesn't happen in the first book?
It does.
Okay.
Because the second book takes place like 3,000 years later.
What?
Yeah, because he's traveling at the speed of light.
Oh, right.
So relativity, he's still like in his 30s, but he's technically 3,000 years old.
Right.
But he finds this and writes a book called The Hive Queen, where he, as the speaker for the dead.
Oh, that's what that book's, yeah.
Changes the entire way the entire human civilization thinks about the buggers and Ender. Or the Formix, as the movie calls them, which is
lame.
Yeah, which is lame, but
that's what I was
it's
thinking.
Actually,
I was like, that's not what they were called in the book, right? You know.
But it is a thing Orson Scott Card made up. They're called that in like Ender's Shadow and stuff. But buggers is the most common term for them throughout. But then everyone begins to hate Ender, and like Ender is now an expletive and like a bad word. Ooh, man. And everyone's like, oh gosh, we messed up. And he essentially starts an entire religion of people who will investigate people's deaths after they die, and then speak their deaths. They're speaker for the deads. Speakers for the dead.
Interesting. Okay, I need to read this. Don't
but
tell
yeah,
me more.
you need to read Ender's Game.
All right, so
good.
As we close this out, I'm going to read the line from
the third book in the series is entirely scientific talks, but it's so fascinating.
Okay, so real quick, I'm going to do my Joker.
I can go on about the series forever.
My Joker voice. I'm going to try and do my Joker voice. It's terrible, but whatever.
All your voices are terrible.
Yeah, that's true. Memories can be vile, repulsive little brutes, like children, I suppose. But can we live without them? Memories are what our reason is based upon. If we can't face them, we deny reason itself. Although, why not? We aren't contractually tied down to rationality. There is no sanity clause. So when you find yourself locked onto an unpleasant train of thought, heading for the places in your past where the screaming is unbearable, remember, there's always madness. You can just step outside and close the door on all those dreadful things that happened. You can lock them away forever. Madness is the emergency exit.
What's the context for this?
So, basically, yeah, I should have said that before. Can you edit that in so I say this before?
No.
Okay. So,
because, I mean, how much time would the Joker have between him and Batman fighting
so basically,
to say this?
The whole thing is, this is the story where he breaks into Barbara Gordon's apartment, shoots her, and then kidnaps her.
Okay.
So the whole thing is basically he's kidnapped Commissioner Gordon and has him like naked and in chains, and he has him in this like tunnel of love type thing where he's flashing all these photos in front of him, and and some of them are of Barbara getting killed. Her spine's broken. She's now Oracle. So yeah, Batman, everyone. So thank you very much for listening. I'll see you guys next time.
Okay.
All right.
Yeah. See you guys.
Bye-bye.